My next question is about the student loan plan. So I want to talk about the student loan plan with Joe Biden because from my perspective, and his people keep bringing it up. So I did congressional testimony this week for an economic subcommittee on the oversight committee. And one of the things the Democrats kept bringing up was student loans and how Joe Biden's forgiveness plan is amazing. But I made the argument in the testimony that this does nothing to actually solve the underlying inflation. It doesn't actually go to the root of the problem, which is the universities. It's paying it's basically the universities hold the students hostage and then the federal government pays the ransom. So why can't Joe Biden actually hold the universities accountable? Is it because he's in their pocket, because they're all liberal donors, because they entrench the liberal ideology? Is that why? Why doesn't he have to actually go after the universities also for failing to warn the students and even put their lending policies based on the value of the degree? If your degree is worthless, you should pay more, I believe.
Well, again, you and I have agreed about the lack of constitutionality with the whole student loan forgiveness thing that he tried to pull. So putting that aside, universities are very independent. But I agree that, as Warren Buffett says, it's always a lot easier to spend other people's money, right? And so when you had all these student loans coming in, unfortunately, what happened was that a lot of these universities, instead of actually spending it on things that would help the students, they spent it on bloated administrations and increased staff. I mean, Yale, if you can believe this, has over 200 people, I believe, working for the university under diversity. Now, I think diversity is very important, but do we need that many people working? No. So I think that a lot, and universities, again, like many organizations, you could say, why haven't they cut money, or why haven't they gotten on the teachers' unions? You can go to Republicans and say so many causes. Why is the fossil fuel industry still getting its way with the Republican Party and so many other things? But again, it's money, money, money. But I do think that you are seeing some pushback, particularly with inflation. I know some people that are pushing back on a lot of these salaries or these tuitions and costs. And I think what's happening is you're seeing a lot of people go more to community colleges and more local colleges. And I think, folks, what's important is not that you go to the best college. What's important is that you go to the best college for you. And so I've said this before. I think we should bring back vocational training. I don't think people even need to go to college. I know certainly where I live in Northern California, you can make a fortune as an electrician or as a plumber. And that demand's not going away. I don't care how techie things get. Toilets are still going to clog. Sewer lines are still going to be blocked. Houses are still going to need to be wired. So again, I think there's been so much of an emphasis on it. You have to have a college degree from a good college. You have to have a college degree from a good college. And that has forced the market up and allowed these schools to charge, frankly, much more than they're worth. And just look at the rate of inflation. It's literally 1/3 the rate of college tuition if you look at the increases over the last 20 years. So I think we're on the same page with this, but I think that's another blessing of a lot of this of the student loan thing is that it's going to focus more attention on this, because I agree it really is a problem. And obviously people need to be educated, but again, it doesn't have to be a college degree. You can make a heck of a lot of money working construction. By the way, there aren't enough contractors either. Contractors, you can make a very good living. And that does something where you don't need to go to college.